abortion after rape.
She's not one bastard though. I'm on the only baba.
I can't really say. It depends on the situation she finds herself.
I think she should have the baby. She has to think about her own life, the baby itself, and what is going to come after it.
Advise her to undo the responsibility, the societal shame and pressure, everything.
And the pressure, I think if she's a Christian, she should ask for forgiveness.
I'll be saving the mother. She has a very high chance of giving birth to another child.
There is still an opportunity or chance for her to give birth to another child.
If you are speaking in terms of emotions, I don't think my wife will want me to pick her over a child if there's a 50% chance that they can save the child. So if I've been logical, I would advise that, you save the wife. But personally,
You're saving your wife.
I'm saving my wife.
Hello world, we are out on the streets again, and on this episode we are discussing two very important and very sensitive topics: rape and ectopic pregnancy. The first question is to ask people their opinion on the permissibility of abortion in a rape case, and the second question is to ask people what they think. Who should they save in case of an ectopic pregnancy where the mother and the child have 50% chance of survival? What do you think people would say? What is your own opinion? Let's walk right through the minds of people together. In a rape case, like a young girl gets raped and she gets pregnant, do you think that abortion is like an option? Like, do you think it's okay for her to want to get an abortion?
To me, immediately there is raping issue. What I know is that the person have to go for evacuation. They have to wash his private parts, wash his womb. But in case if there is no opportunity for that, the pregnancy came in, I will advise the person that he should leave it, because I have a little experience about that.
So in case of rape, do I advise abortion? I'll say no, I do not advise abortion, because abortion is a 50-50 thing. If, aside being a 50-50 thing, biblically, abortion is not right. So keeping the child is actually the best thing, because you can actually survive without survive with the child. They are single mothers and every other thing. So I'm not into abortion in case of rape. That's my answer.
Okay, so do you think that the lady will be able to live with the trauma and looking at the child? What about if she keeps remembering what happened to her? And then pregnancy is also a 50-50 thing.
Okay, so in case of trauma, every other thing, I think there are ways to sort that out. Ways like therapy sessions and every other thing. So instead of abortion, I think she can go for therapy. Healing is possible.
Yeah.
She should abort it.
Why do you think so?
She's not one bastard though. I'm on the only baba. But if she's capable, like maybe she's making a lot of money like that, but as somebody of my age like this, I seems like I advise her to abort it.
It's a two-way thing. If we go by the morality standards, morality and religion, actually, of course, you would think it is very wrong to abort a child because it practically means killing a child. But when we talk about the realistic perspective, it will be very difficult for the lady because her giving birth to the child will remind her of the trauma she went through of being raped. So I would have said, I don't know. That's because I'm not wearing the shoes. It's whoever wear the shoes
that can see it, yeah.
But I'm neutral, yeah. I'm very neutral.
Well, I feel like, personally, I don't think the person should keep it.
Okay, why?
Because when she gives birth to the child, it will keep reminding her of the trauma she has gone through. But on the other hand, looking at maybe and from another perspective of someone that has been through that kind of, I've not been through that kind of thing, but
trying to put yourself in that shoe.
Myself in that shoe.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to support abortion because it has its own negative side as well.
I think she should abort the pregnancy because she did not plan it, and besides, she does not even know the father. So I think she just take it away.
I think she should have the baby.
Okay, why?
Because it's not like she intentionally wants to get the pregnancy, or like she wants to get pregnant, or whatever the situation might have been. But since she has already found herself with that kind of situation, she has to think about her own life, the baby itself, and what is going to come after it. So I have something similar like that have happened, someone close to me, but I just think, like now, we are thankful as is. It came out nice. We are grateful that we didn't go for abortion as an option. So
Okay.
I don't think she has to abort the baby.
So, okay, in that case, what do you think? What measures do you think person can take to get better? I mean, to handle the shame, the stigmatization from society, different things that there will be challenges definitely.
Yeah,
So, how do
yeah.
you think person can like handle everything?
She has to have people that love her around her to keep her happy, to keep her company. She won't have the time to think or anything. She has to go out, cheer up, just find something doing.
If you are a lady and you find yourself in such situation, know what is working for you, your environment, and the type of person you are. For example, there are people that could not take the stigmatization afterwards, and some people can deal with it because they have help from their family, do you understand, or advice and all of that. But personally, I would never advise anybody to keep such baby. Not because the baby is not a blessing, not because the baby is different from all of us, but because the baby and the mother would be traumatized for the rest of their lives. Thinking about it, remembering about it. Of course, the baby will grow up to say that, mommy, who is my daddy and all of that. You don't want to tell that kind of story to a child. No. Nobody wants to tell that kind of story to a child. And I don't know. It depends. Depends on your situation, everybody's situation. But personally, I would never advise anybody to keep such baby.
Concerning rape, I will not tell the ladies to go and abort it.
Okay, why?
I will not agree to that because it can lead to any other thing. Do you understand? So it's better for the lady to go and give birth to the child.
Okay, but how will you expect her or advise her to handle the responsibility, the societal shame and pressure, everything?
And the pressure, I think if she's a Christian, she should ask for forgiveness anyway. If she's a Christian though, she should go to church and ask for forgiveness and ask for strength. So that's the only thing I can advise.
I would say the person shouldn't abort because abortion is murder. I see abortion as murder, except there is a rare medical case whereby the child is deformed or the risk of the mother to child, then she can abort. But if there's no medical case, then she should keep the baby.
Okay, so how do you advise she handles the trauma, the pain, the shame, stigmatization, and everything that comes with rape?
Yeah, I know there will be trauma, and handling the trauma, I'd say she should speak to a counselor. There are counselors, and I think in UI, let's say UI for instance, we have counselors, and everywhere there are counselors.
And they're very active.
Yes, they are active. She can reach out to counselors.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Welcome.
In case of ectopic pregnancy and they have to pick either the mother or the child for survival, who do you think you pick to survive?
To survive? It's both.
But if you have to pick one, it's a 50-50%. It's not like 100. One person would have to.
Well, if it's 50%, then I think mother will be preferable.
Why? So why do you think so?
Because maybe in such a case, if mother can still reproduce, of course, and being the first person that you know as a husband, of course.
I'm saving the mother.
Why?
Because we can have the chance to give birth to another child.
Okay, so let's take it a little further. So what if in this case it's like a miracle baby that you've been waiting for, or there's maybe a medical term or condition that makes her unable to conceive again? Are you still going to maintain that option?
Yes, I would, because eventually the idea of conceiving a child is not so guaranteed. Even after you want to marry someone, the essence of marriage is a long-time partnership. So, and we know that we can always adopt. There's an option of adoption. So I feel like the child, although we would have loved to conceive our own personal child, but in this case, I would prefer to save the child.
It's not out of how will I call it? It's not out of hatred. I know the mother that produced the baby produce another one. We offer our condolences. But it's something sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. But let's take it a bit further. What if like there's already like a medical report that has told you people that she can't conceive initially? Maybe that's like a miracle baby, or that's supposed to be like the only child she can conceive. Are you still going to stick to your option?
Yes, there are always alternative ways aside picking the mother alone. You know, if you pick the baby, you have to consider many other factors how to raise the baby. And, you know, you can live with the mother.
Yeah.
With higher chances of living with the mother than living with the baby.
Personally, I would save my wife.
Why?
Well, logically, okay, let's not put emotion into this, but logically, I feel like my wife, we can always make another child. But if you are speaking in terms of emotions, I don't think my wife will want me to pick her over a child if there's a 50% chance that they can save the child. So if I'm being logical, I would advise that you save the wife. But personally,
you're saving your wife.
I'm saving my wife. But some people, I think they should understand their wife to the point that they know that their wife will not want them to pick them over the child. So they will obviously go for the child.
So say your wife says, "Oh, babe, no, you cannot pick me. I pick our child." Whoa, would you pick the child?
I mean, she's my wife, and then I would do what she has to say. But I mean, it's a loss. Something I would later end up, getting over. Or it's be a beautiful thing. But I think I would obviously pick the child.
So if she says pick the child, you're picking the child.
Yeah.
But left to you, you're picking your wife.
Actually, I'll be saving my wife, actually, because I've known her, so I don't know the child. I'm saving the wife, so yeah, so that's my opinion.
Okay, so let's take it a little step further. What if like maybe there was a medical report before that child, say maybe you thought she could not give birth or she could not conceive, like they told her for that you can't conceive and it feels like a miracle baby, and it's like after this one there's no possibility of another one. Will you still keep your option? Like, are you still going to save your wife?
I will still able to save the wife because there might be option later on issues. Sorry, baby.
We have come to the end of today's episode and we've gotten a lot of interesting views and delicate opinions. It's a very sensitive topic and we advise that if you have pregnant women around you, please show them enough love and support. There are a lot of complications that come with pregnancies, and for the topic of rape, there are rape agencies that help girls, and if by any chance you are a victim of rape or any form of sexual assault, there are agencies, government agencies that help girls find support. We'll put some links in the comment section or in the bio. Please make sure you do well to get the right support and find help. Thank you for watching this episode. See you next time. Bye.